Okay, here we are, DevFest London 2025 with yet another great guest, Saif. How are you, Saif?
Fine, and you?
I'm very, very fine. Thank you for being here. Saif is one of our lovely speakers, so thank you so much for attending our DevFest. I hope that you are having fun.
Yeah, it's a great experience, actually.
Brilliant. So I've got a couple of questions, like I said, given that I've got this opportunity to have you here. So you are like a cloud CTO, which you manage like various teams of experts. So what is the biggest challenge that you are facing leading, expert people who are already expert in their fields? What is the biggest challenge?
I think the biggest challenge, because those people are already experts in what they are doing. So the biggest challenge is how to lead them by the example, and how to give them energy and fuel to outstand what we expect from them.
Okay, that makes sense. So you've got dealing with the experts can be challenging, but of course with time you will find the best path.
The best path
forward,
depending on the person, depending on the skills and the backgrounds. So you need to deal differently with people.
Unfortunately, there is not a recipe, a golden recipe,
path.
A golden path that works for everyone. So just be, let's say, flexible.
Yeah.
That's it. What's also very interesting, you have a lot of certifications, GCP, AWS, Kubernetes. So how is this, your multi-cloud perspective and expertise, like influence the day-to-day choices, for example, that you have to take for your company?
So the fact that I had several certifications, so the goal in the beginning was to learn, because what is interesting for me is the path that is leading to the certification, and it was like a game for me, like Pokemons, collecting
gamification,
catch all of them. But apart joking, I think the idea is to see different ways of designing, of dealing with infrastructure, and having this, I would say, this spectrum from different solutions help you deal with different situations. Because there is, as you said, for people, there's no golden path for every architecture or every project. So the more you have experience and the more you have, different perspective, the better you will answer to the challenges.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There is no such thing as too much experience, right? There is no such thing about that. So you are, of course, a CTO, an expert, but you also are a cloud and Kubernetes trainer. You actually train other people, other companies, which is super cool. So how, for example, teaching such complex topics like this one, you think can make you a better leader? How these two things can, relate?
I see two ways. The first one is to keep up to date, because I'm less and less hands-on than my colleagues. So coming back to learning, to updating my skills, so keeps me fresh and competitive, I would say. And the second way is the position that you have as a tutor, so gives you more legitimacy with customers and with with the ecosystem, because you are I would say teaching them the best practices, teaching them your experience, giving back to them all what you have learned around all these years.
Yeah, it makes sense. You also became a GDE, it was back in 2022, if I'm not mistaken?
Early 22.
Early 22.
Yeah.
So what made you pursue that kind of goal? Because you wanted to become a GDE. And then how the GDE community, in what way perhaps changed your day-to-day work or your day-to-day balance?
So since I started my professional career, I was a lot involved in open source technologies, and Google is one of the best supporters in the world for developers for those kind of frameworks, like in the early days, like GWT, for example, for Google Web Toolkit and all other technologies. So I was fan of that, and I was an early adopter for a lot of those technologies. And makes me feel that I want to be like the superstar I have seen in conferences like years ago when I would say fascinated by them, and I wanted to be in the same position and also to help and contribute to this global effort in making the technology accessible to the maximum people around the world.
That's pretty good. That's about inspiration.
Yeah.
You got inspired by someone,
the right way.
and now you
Right
probably
way, yeah.
inspire
Yes.
different people, which is the right way of doing things. But let's also talk for a second about your journey, because if I'm not mistaken, you started as a developer, right? As a
Yes.
software engineer.
Yeah.
And then at some point you pivot to this cloud, more infrastructure kind of world. How can you tell us a little bit more about what this transition
So it's fun fact about my
Okay.
career, because I discovered the cloud by chance.
Really?
So I was in my annual interview with my manager, and I say to him, look, I see people getting trained around me on Google Cloud. I want to be trained. So I said, okay. And the next session, it was like in July 2017. So it was an architecture training with the Googler coming from San Francisco, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Because at this time there is really few trainers in Europe.
Okay.
So trainers come from US. They are Googlers. And discovered this whole world and said, yeah, that's what I want to do for the next few years. It was like gambling, I would say,
Yeah.
because I was good. I was comfortable in what I'm doing. I was tech lead, doing Java, Angular, so like traditional development. And I think it was a good bet.
Yeah, I think
I think. I don't know.
I think that the bet paid off. We are pretty sure about that. But it's really interesting how you discovered that by chance.
Yeah.
It was pretty fascinating. So as a, let's say, leader in security, because you also do a lot
Yes.
about in security, what is the most common mistake that you see the developer doing in this kind of field, if there is maybe one that can stand out?
So the security, I'm focusing on security in the cloud.
Yeah.
To be honest, not security in general. If you see figures, like 90% of the security issues are related to humans,
Okay.
and developer for me are the weak, I would say,
Link.
part link
Link.
link like the old TV show, the weak link, if you want, because they are not aware about the challenges around the security. They grab libraries, they include code from Stack Overflow, now from ChatGPT or Gemini, because and okay, it works, but they don't know what is underneath, what they are introducing in their code. It works, but till the day where it broke.
Fair enough. That's a really good point and a really important point. Let's pivot for a second, because I want to ask you a couple of questions. So we are at DevFest, as you know, so
Yes.
it's like a GDG thing. So what is, because I know that you also are quite involved in the community aspect, right? What does community really mean to you? That's the first question. And the second one, if you could share with us, perhaps a past community experience that you have that really, inspire you or bring you really good and fonding memories.
So beside the technological part that we aborted
Of
in the previous question, it's all about people, really, making good relationships, meeting new friends. Like you, we met in the community. Otherwise, there is 0.0001% to meet in real life. So it's about people, and I know I have friends. I can call them friends in almost all the continents and in several countries. So it's a human experience, really. And if I can share one of my best moments, to be honest, is one, because I'm originally from Tunisia. So there where I grew up and did my studies and worked for years before going to France. It was 3 years ago, I think, when I came back to DevFest Sousse Monastir in Tunisia, and speaking in front of hundreds of young Tunisian, and remembering the old days when I was in university and I was attending events and meetups, and it was like a magic feeling, to be honest, and to give back to my mother country.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a special moment, really.
Very good. That's very good and very inspiring. Last question for
Last one,
both
yeah.
of you, super quick. What would you say? What would you suggest to the aspiring people that wants to become a CTO one day? What would be the skill that they need to be working on, which is not a technical skill?
Of course, it's not a technical skill because you could be an expert and not pretending to be a CTO. I think it's about soft skills, very important. I think it's something for every profile, I would say, in different levels. Communication skills, the ability to share, to explain complex topics in a simple way, the ability to connect with people, because the job of CTO is a lot of representation, meeting customers, going to conferences, speaking at conferences, dealing with partners. So it's more than technical skills, because it's okay, because if you are CTO in some field, it's somehow you are already recognized as an expert, but it's not enough. That's why not everyone is a CTO. And for me, I have a chance, to be honest, in my company when I started 13 years ago as a Java developer, and being on the top of the pyramid, I would say, in my job role, because I had opportunity to either to upskill technically or as I said, soft skills. So yeah, I think it's more than technical. Maybe having the sense of problem solving also, like every engineer, because you have a lot of problems as CTO.
That is the mindset,
it's
right?
your day-to-day, it's problem solver, usually.
That's it. Nice one. Thank you so very much for being here with us, Saif.
Thank you very much, Stefano.
Informative, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much.
Bye.